Mm. Uh, okay. Do you ever just think like, okay, now I read a book, now I watched a movie, now I went to the restaurant, now I bought this painting, and do you ever think like, "Oh, when is it my turn? Like, when do I get to create something? Now I want to do something. Maybe I want to write a book. Maybe I want to make a movie. Maybe I want to make a painting. Maybe I want to start a podcast." Do you ever think that? Like, when is it your turn? It is your turn right now. You don't have to always just consume, consume, consume. You know, if you watch TV every night, if you just listen to the podcast every day, when is it your turn? When are you going to start one? When are you going to make a movie? When are you going to write a song? When are you going to write a poem? When are you going to make a beautiful rose painting and then illustrate it and then put it on a cup? When are you going to do that? You don't need a permission from anybody. You can just do something. Just start it today. Because I tell you, if you keep consuming and consuming and consuming, your life gets so boring. Yeah, you might be a little bit entertained, right? But it is a distraction. It is a distraction. And you know what? There needs to be a balance. I like consuming too. I like to go to the movies, right? I love movies. And I like music. I love all these beautiful creations. But there needs to be a balance between your creations that you're going to bring into the world and what you consume. Because otherwise, you're going to get tired and you're going to not be really in love with life. When you create your own stuff, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter. Um, you can write little poems and hide them in library books. Nobody even needs to know that it was you, but it makes you feel so alive. Creating things makes you come alive. Why do you think that is? Well, I think my personal opinion is that we are all born with a mission or with a purpose to create because we're inherently creative beings. And if you come here and you don't do that, you kind of like almost like missing the point of life, you know? You're missing the point of even why you came here for. You're like distracting yourself from your mission or from your purpose because your purpose is to be creative because you are a creative being. And it sounds maybe very deep and philosophical, but it is true. And I've never felt so alive than when I created something and then I looked at it and I was like, wow, I made this. I created this. I wrote this. I recorded this. I created this with my hands, whatever it is. I came up with this idea. I came up with this project and then I fucking did it. So that's when you feel extremely alive. So chase that feeling, chase the alive feeling and do something. Because if you don't chase it, you know, if you don't chase your own creativity, you will substitute it. You will try to substitute that aliveness with something else. And then what happens is people start taking drugs. They need to jump out of an airplane. They need to drive 250 on the highway. They need to date a different person every week, or they have an affair with a lot of people. Uh, it's because they're chasing this aliveness, because they're consuming all the time. But you can have this aliveness if you start creating.